So after a whole winter season of using the Lakeland uh, bale feeder, and this is the larger version. They come in a smaller 4-foot version and a 5-foot version. I think this one is. I wanted to kind of give a complete review of what I think of it. And there's some positives and there's some negatives. There's some things that I really, really like about this. For one, it is really heavy duty. I mean, I really feel like this thing is something that's going to be lasting for, a long time, many, many years. It is out in the weather. It has, I've moved it from place to place, and it is super heavy duty. I feel like this is just a really good, strong piece of equipment that can withstand the elements and keep going year for year. That is also one of the negatives. It's heavy. I mean, this is not something that as a woman can just move it around. A man, my husband, can move it much easier than I can. And really, it works much better when you take it apart. Good news is it's super easy to take apart. There are these little things right here. So what happens is, just so in case you didn't miss the first video of this, and this is hard to do by myself, I should have somebody else taping this, but it has these slides, and essentially it's a big pin. Let's see if I can get this to come out now. Okay, got some grass on here now, which is not designed to have, but let's see if I can get this to move. Yeah, once it's got some grass in there, which is also one of the things I'm going to talk about too, in terms of its ability to move once it gets snow on it. I think it would work a lot better if it had a little bit higher legs. And I'm going to show what I mean by that. So what happens is this slides in and out. And then as the bale compresses, so you put the round bale in the center, and both of those rails come out all the way out. And as the sheep eat the bale, they push against this rail, these slats, and it just slides in and will push against that bale. So there's a lot less waste that way. They can't pull it out and shove it all over the place. But as you can see, there is some waste. You can still see here in the spring grass that there is a decent amount of waste around it. Not nearly as much as if you didn't use this, but still some, because they do tend to pull it out. I do think that this would work a whole lot better if it was raised maybe another 4 inches off the ground, which I could probably do, but it would be nice if it was designed that way in the first place, for 2 reasons. One is that it's great when there's not a lot of snow, but you get a lot of ice and snow compacted underneath those rails. They don't slide as well. So if they were another 4 inches up off the ground, that gives you another 4 or 5 inches outside of that ice pack that happens around it. So you're not kicking out that ice. And even if you are having to kick it out, it's a lot easier to kick out of the way with a 4-inch gap rather than this, I think it's like a 3-inch gap right now. It would be like if it was like a 7-inch gap, really. The other reason that I think that it would work better with a higher one is it might work better actually. It's really, I haven't tested this, so I don't want to say it for sure, but if you put a net around it or did not cut the strings off of it so that they couldn't pull out some of the hay with their hooves. Haven't tested that out, and I probably should. They went through a bit more hay than I would have liked them to do, considering I was using a feeder. Maybe with some adjustments and how I'm doing it, because I did cut off the strings, that wouldn't happen. Besides that, I really do think it works really well. These panels come apart really easy. There are these little slides that just go in and out of these things really very, very well, and they come across and it will pack down flat into just these panels laying on the ground, and then you can transport it really easy to another spot. However, it's a lot easier with 2 people than it is with 1. With 2, it takes all of, 4 minutes to put up and down. By yourself, a little harder because it is heavy. So, I think that's pretty much my review of it. These aren't cheap. They're a little over $1,000 each. So, I'd like to try it for another season. I'd like to make some other adjustments to it. So the survey's still out on whether it's the best darn feeder I've ever used, or maybe it needs some adjustments to make it the best that it could be. I really would like to compare it to someone who uses a cradle bale feeder with a net. So it's above the sheep's head and they're pulling it down that way. but I've never seen anybody use it with the net. So I'd like to get some opinions on that. If you use it, a bale feeder that way, I'd like to know your thoughts on it. But that's pretty much my review on it. Super heavy duty. I think it's going to last. Definitely decreased on the amount of hay that they could use, but still used more than I would have liked. And it is something you could put away very easily in your barn for the summer, or you can just leave it out all year round and not worry about it like I am. So that's my quick review. If you have any questions, I'm very glad to answer them. I will tell you the pros and cons of what I believe in it. And overall, I really do like the Lakeland equipment.